our intent was, I recall anyway, that we wanted to have an inner city site because our heart of market was the city of Albany. And we were hopeful that people from the surrounding neighborhood would come and shop in the store.
It wasn't so much produce. We didn't do produce out on the street, but I started getting the plants. Quail Street was always, you know, a bunch of hippies in there and everything, and the plunk in the middle of this neighborhood, and we would talk a lot about trying to get the neighborhood to come eat this healthy food and everything.
But it was very funny because people in the neighborhood would literally walk across the street and walk around the store.
But my personal feeling was it wasn't until we started putting like tomato plants out on the sidewalk that people even like thought that they could go in there. It was like a private club or something.
A crowded private club.
A crowded private
For people
club.
with long hair.
Yeah. And once we started having this kind of normalcy, this kind of thing that people could relate to, then people started coming in at least a little bit.
Eventually, a bakery opened up right next door to the Quail Street space.
Wow.
No, what's it called?
What did he
Brad's
call
Bakery.
it?
Yeah.
It was named after whatever their religious thing was. Wasn't it? Baba's Bakery.
Baba's Bakery. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bert and Barbara were the bakers, and for them, bread baking was a sacrament. Not only did they make bread, but they had a healthy snack program for kids who were coming home from school. And the breads were all brown breads. That was part of our food policy at the time, that we would not sell any breads that were white flour breads. And Bert and Barbara were really content to make those breads for us.
But the co-op was pretty darn anti-white flour.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I mean, like I say, when we had to have a referendum to have coffee, we didn't have chocolate. I mean, you know, white flour was
Arab.
Can you imagine like Rock Hill Bakehouse? You know, I mean, like, come on.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah, that's too white bread.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. So all along, we've somehow had to ease into these things, and things loosened up, like you say, being able to eat more things, you know. And yet you can still get all the things that were originally there, pretty much.
Just in smaller and smaller concentrations.
Well-
Harder and harder to find.
Probably fewer and fewer people that really
Yeah, right.
interested in it.
There's more rice than there ever was in the old store, different kinds. Can tell you that. And yet now they have some like white basmati and white, whatever the Italian one is.
Arborio.
Yeah.
Well, that's like in the old co-op on Quail Street. Bob, you can help me with that. The secret there was that even though we had no sugar,
We had sugar.
we had sugar.
You had to know
but you
where
had
to
to
go
know the
get it.
password. You had to know when you walked in the door, your storeroom was on the left. Yeah?
What?
That's right.
It depends. It depends what year.
Yeah, it does depend.
It did move.
But anyway, I remember there's one of
We had sugar. We didn't have sugar then, did we?
Oh, no.
Only if you
Only
could
Only if
link
it was on
the
that
password.
shelf. Yeah, only if you knew the password.
I remember Keith Picard's big goal was to bring in orange juice because he liked orange juice a
Oh.
lot, and I think we successfly brought in
I don't
orange
think
juice.
so. No.
Was he unsuccessful with that?
I don't remember orange juice back then. I had orange juice much later. What I remember, of course, you remember the referendum for coffee, right?
Oh,
Yes.
the referendum for coffee.
That's right. Evil coffee.